We're live,
Yes.
and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside the HPL booth. This time for some playoff action for you guys here today. It is the Kansas State Wildcats taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions as we see these two teams collide. Up in the broadcast booth, it is yours truly, Jake, and John along beside me. I have my favorite ginger, and of course, my brother of mine himself, Mr. Hell State. What's going on, Hell State?
It's going good. I'm excited to get these playoffs kicked off. My season ended in quite possibly one of the roughest ways I've ever seen. So I'm excited to put this one behind us, but we got to get through these playoffs first. Excited to see what Kluka can do in his first ever appearance in the playoff.
Yeah, and of course we've been talking about this game for quite some time. I mean, Kluka has a lot of motivation. He has a lot of confidence going into this game. He believes that he can tear down a very tough opponent like Electric. So what does Kluka need to do here, Hell State?
Well, to be quite frank, Kluka's got to outplay him. He's got to find a way to get to Avery Johnson Jr. and get to Avery Johnson Jr. often. The defensive lines has been the struggle for Kansas State's opponents all year. Avery Johnson, if he gets time to sit back in the pocket and make the throws he wants to make, it's going to be a long gain every time. So you've got to attack Avery Johnson early and often if they want to pull this upset.
And of course we're going to be seeing Kansas State getting the ball first. This is going to be a lot interesting here as we get ready for kickoff. And here we go. We are underway here at Penn State. And of course, we're seeing the touchback. And of course, Hill State, you want to let the fans know as far as who they'll get to play as far as the winner of the game?
Yes, the winner of this game will be facing the three-seeded Big 12 champion South Florida Bulls in DBJ. So Electric and DBJ, we already know about their rivalry, obviously, but Kaliko trying to play spoiler here.
Yeah, here we go. And let's just get ready for it. First down for the Wildcats. Johnson Jr. finds a man, and that is incomplete.
We're just to see Spradley Demps not be able to haul those in. He has hauled in multiple Hail Mary catches and just some amazing catches from him over this year. So that's a good play by that DB to get in there and break it up.
And you best believe that Dirty Boy Jackson is going to be paying a lot close attention to this game. As we see a 2nd and 10, Johnson Jr. He's got his running back along the side next to him. Let's see what they can do here. He gets the ball. He's going to hand it off to Sahara. He's going to run up to the left side, all the way to the 40. He's going to go past, getting close to the 45, stop at the 44.
That's something you can't do if you're playing Kansas State. You can't give them extra yards. Missing the tackle when you could have had him down for only a 2 or 3 yard gain, and instead of facing a 3rd and long, they got a fresh set.
And 1st and 10, ball at the 44. Here comes Johnson Jr. Snaps back pass. He's got a man. That is Power. Power gets close to midfield. Stop at the 49.
Well, both of these teams come out with freshman quarterbacks, but it looks like Avery Johnson Jr. not rattled by this whiteout crowd here in Nittany Lion territory.
Yeah, a very raucous crowd here at Penn State. Johnson Jr., he's got a man. That is Bradley Dent, and it is caught for a touchdown. Wildcats.
Yeah, that's the Spradley Dents we're used to seeing, but one-on-one coverage, not a lot of guys in the country have a chance at that. So Kansas State strikes first here.
Yeah, very good. And of course, we don't have no sideline reporter, but nevertheless, though, I mean, it is the J and C combination, the Jake and Caleb combination for you guys here today. Great play, great drive. I mean, but as far as Kluka here, I mean, what's something he's going to need to do as far as offensively here?
Well, Kluka said it himself pregame. He said, I've beaten this Kansas State team with Electric before as Penn State in an exhibition game. We all know that exhibition games don't always translate over to the Dynasty, but he's got to go back to what worked there, and he's got to see if he can get it to work here as Usman is under center here for the Nittany Lions.
As 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Usman finds a man, and that is Ratley, yeah? Is that?
Yeah, traditional Penn State offense there to start playing through the tight end. I like that call, but you got to get something a little further down the field. You're not going to be able to just dunk and dime this offense or this defense.
And that was only a 2-yard gain on that play. 2nd and 7, ball at the 28-yard line. Usman snaps the back pass is getting pressured, and it quickly throws it on time, but incomplete, deflected by Asa Newsom.
Kansas State has all the talent in the world here to keep up with this Penn State offensive line. So they're going to be getting after Usman here early. Let's see what they got on third down.
3rd and 7, ball at the 28-yard line. Let's see what Penn State can do. Usman snaps back to pass. Looks to find a man. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. He's got that man deep, and that is Ripley down.
That is great protection there by this offensive line. They got challenged. They step up. Kansas State only rushed 3, but it gives enough time for that tight end to get wide open down the left sideline and flip the field.
1st and 10, ball at the 40 after that tremendous play by Usman, as Usman's going to run over to the left side.
Ooh.
Gets a huge hit. I don't think he's trying to lowball a guy, but only a gain of 2 right there. Let's see what Usman's going to do here. Is he going to be able to? No. He's going to go for a screen. That's to Eves, and that's going to be stopped close to the first down mark by yard to stop at 31.
Not a bad move there, but they got to get this yard. They got to convert. Let's see what they line up in.
This is a very interesting formation here. If you are Penn State, and Penn State, that is the Carpenter, and it's going to be just like he's playing the Frankenstein challenge because he stopped short.
4th and inches, I think we know what's coming. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you're going to have to, especially a very tough opponent like Electric here. I mean, this point may be the earliest to go for it, but what more can you do? You don't want to give Electric another opportunity to score. 4th and inches, ball at the 30-yard line. Less than 3 minutes in the first quarter. Let's see what they can do. Usman's going to get stopped, and that will be turnovers on down. It will be Wildcats ball.
You got to get a little more creative there. That is just not going to happen. He knows the strat to stop a QB sneak, roll a linebacker down on the center, and he was able to outpower him there. Penn State offensive line could not get the push that they needed.
Very tough break for Penn State, and it looks like Johnson Jr. is going to run into the middle. Going to be stopped at the 41. Avery Johnson Jr. with 28 yards on that play.
Yeah, Kansas State dominating the momentum here. Avery Johnson Jr. did have some fumble issues in the Big 12 title game, so I'm sure Penn State would like one of those about now.
Johnson Jr. snapped back to pass. He's going to find somebody open, and he's going to get tackled, but luckily the ball is incomplete. Tackle made by Jordan Meyer. And here we go. 2nd and 10, ball to 41. Johnson hands off to Sahara. Sahara's going to try to be able to get a yard. He does, but not enough to get the first down.
Good job. These are the opportunities that Penn State has to capitalize on and get this Wildcat offense off the field. 3rd and 9 here. You know he's probably in 2-down territory. You got to get this guy off the field.
3rd and 9, ball to 40. The pressure is on the Wildcats here. Let's see what they can do. He's going to get a man in motion to the right side. I think that's Sahara. Johnson Jr. is going to try to find a man. He's getting pressure. He's just getting that pressure. Woodley throws the ball, but incomplete once again. It'll be 4th down for Wildcats.
It looks like the field goal team's going to come out and take a look at this. 57 yards on the road is going to be no easy task, especially with the wind here in late January in Pennsylvania. We'll see if he actually kicks it. Penn State lined up in fake safe, and it will fly just right. And Nathan Jurgens just lets it hit off his leg.
I figured he would have tried to run it there, but nevertheless, I mean, great job by the defense. And now if you're Penn State, you have the ball here, you definitely need to score. 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Usman's going to make a couple of adjustments here. Let's see what Usman does. He's going to get the same guy going back, and he's going to run it. Usman is going to get tackled. Here comes Eves. Eves going to run it to the right side, only for a loss of 1.
Yeah, Kansas State did a nice job of getting to the outside there, preventing him from cutting around, turning the corner on that, and the trailing D lineman's able to make the play.
So, talk about a crucial run play, backfired on him, losing a loss of 1 right there. 2nd 11, ball at the 39-yard line. We are still in the first quarter here, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just now tuning in, 2nd 11, Usman tries to find a man, and that is Carpenter. Carpenter shouldn't have juked it right there. Does get a couple of yards, but not enough, Hell State.
This short play is working when it works, but you got to be consistent. If you're not consistently picking up 3 to 4 yards in this type of offense, you can find yourself in these situations where it may be harder to get 8 yards than it would be for anybody else.
3rd and 8, ball at the 42. Let's see what he does. Brown goes to the right side. Tries to be able to make more adjustments. Let's see what they can do here. Clock is winding down in the first quarter. Usman, snap back to pass. He's got a man. That is Raffaele once again,
Oh my
and he
God.
does get the first down, even with the hard contact.
Little dose of CTE for his troubles, but he does hang on to the first down. If you're playing Penn State, you just got to always have someone on that tight end. They love to play through their big, strong power guys here up in Pennsylvania.
As the clock is winding down to 15 seconds here and at Penn State. First and 10, Usman looks to find a man. He's got a man deep. It is Brown for a touchdown. Nittany Lions.
Surprised he didn't take the crosser, but I guess I know why. Usman's able to find his guy. Good burst of speed to get behind the defense there. And Penn State is now tied this ball game.
With 6 seconds left, we now have a tie game on our hands. What a tremendous drive. We talked about the struggles that Penn State has had, and they basically achieved it and got the first points of the game for them. And there you see, like Hill State mentioned, the winner of this game will take on Dirty Boy Jackson in the next round.
In Atlanta, which I'm sure is something that Kansas State fans don't want to hear. They have had a terrible track record of people historically.
As Johnson Jr. looks to find a man, he's going to run to the right side, and he does get sacked for a loss of 4 end of the first quarter with a tie game on our hands.
Hats off to Penn State for taking a risk there on first down, sending pressure, knowing that Johnson could easily break a sack and find a man down the field.
Yeah, tremendous job right there, especially for the defensive line of the Nittany Lions. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He runs to the right side, and he throws it to Davis. Davis catches it. He's running over to the 30, and he's going to get stopped at the 28-yard line. Great job by Avery Johnson Jr. here.
Calm, cool, and composed there. Good throw. Got himself in a hole on second down, and now he's just flipped the field with a massive play.
First and 10, ball at the 28-yard line. Let's see what they can do here. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's getting pressured. He's getting a lot of pressure. And that is not intercepted, but luckily it was incomplete for the Wildcats here.
Both guys had a chance on that play. We've seen Bradley Dents make some catches like that earlier where the DB falls behind him in coverage, but he's able to still break it up.
Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. That is Davis once again. He's going to miss a tackle.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to make a man turn into a Goomba and going to get stopped at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, Davis is another weapon you got to watch out. They like to send him on the crossing routes, and he's able to use his speed to break up in the middle of the field and get a huge gain.
First and goal. Here comes Johnson. Going to throw it to Sahara. Sahara trying to dive it, but it backfired. A loss of 1 on the play.
That's risky. Usually a lot of people will fumble on that animation.
Yeah, for Electric States, he did not fumble it. As Johnson Jr. throws it, hands it to Sahara, goes for the same dive, and it executes for a touchdown. Oh, Wildcats. Tremendous job. I mean, Hell State, even though my voice sounds like crap, we have a tremendous game on our hands.
We do. 4:38 here for Penn State. You do get the ball to start the second half. Like to double dip, keep the Kansas State offense on the sideline for the remainder of this half if you can. But obviously points are of the utmost importance when you're playing a team like the Wildcats.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. As I was checking out the comments here, we are getting ready for first and 10 for Penn State at the 25. Usman hands it off to Carpenter. Carpenter runs it up in the middle. He's going to get a gain of 3 on the play. Now, the one thing I can tell you, Hell State, is that their passing game has been tremendous, but on the ground, it's not been going the way that they hoped to be.
Well, they haven't really explored that avenue a lot. That's Carpenter's first carry of the game. Penn State usually a ground and pound team. Kluka's kind of revolutionized this part of the country with his air raid attack, but I don't think you should abandon the run entirely.
Usman's going to run up in the middle, and he's going to get a gain of 2 right there, going for the quarterback sneak. But here comes that hurry-up offense that we've known to see here in Hill State.
It's got to be something quick, and it's got to be something past the marker.
It's going to be a screen, as Electric knew there was a screen because he saw Sharp right there, but it backfired. So let's see what the Nittany Lions are going to have to do here. And the offense is staying out. It's going to be a very interesting 4th and 5 here from the 30. Brown's going to go over to the left side, I believe. You got two guys. You got three guys on the left side, two guys on the right side. Usman. He's got a man. He's got a man deep, and it's caught to Brown, and he's going to go all the way for a Penn State touchdown.
That's the second time he's been beat on the seam route from Brown. That is surprising on 4th and 5. Usually Kansas State is very good at getting back the safeties, but they were stuck in man coverage, and Brown's able to use the speed to get past them. That is a huge momentum play for Penn State.
That is a tremendous job by Kluka here. I mean, same play. I mean, if it's going to be used once, might as well do it again, and it definitely helped him out.
Yeah, that man coverage has been beat by Kansas State a couple times. I'd look for them to go with more of a zone approach next time out.
Alrighty, here comes the Nittany Lions once again. 1st and 10, ball at the 8-yard line. Sahara's going to go to the right side. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's got plenty of time
What
in
in
the
the
pocket.
world is number 90 doing? He is
What
just
is
sitting
he
there in
doing?
his three-point stance.
There's a man open. That is black. Oh my god. And he misses a tackle.
That's just the type of stuff that only happens when you're playing Kansas State. That is just inexcusable. I don't know what in the world your defensive tackle is thinking there. The CTE is getting to him, and the Penn State training staff needs to take a look at him.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane.
I'm so you know, that was a benching of number 90. Right there.
Alrighty. That was let's go ahead and get back to serious here, as after that play is now a 1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. As we see the running back going to the right side, Johnson Jr. is going to run to the left side. Johnson Jr. is going to run up, and he gets tackled. He was hoping that would be a fumble, but that is not the case for Penn State, as Johnson runs up to the left side for a gain of 9.
Kansas State stays mainly in this formation. They'll have that stack out to the left. They'll have a couple guys going deep and a couple guys cutting across, and they'll use that drag to drag the defense back out.
Oh my
big play
God.
there by the substitution, DeAndre Cook.
Oh my gosh. So 2 plays ago, we saw number 90 just standing there, and then his replacement does the job. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's getting pressure. He's got black as the intended receiver. No interception.
Good coverage in one-on-one.
Zion Tracy.
Oh my goodness, he's going for it. Oh, he's going for it.
No, I wouldn't. But
I would not go for it either here.
But nevertheless, 4th and 10, the ball at the 47-yard line. Let's see what Horatius King can do. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's going to run out to the middle. He's getting yards, and he's going to be stopped at the 33 with time going down to 2 minutes warning.
I feel like Kluka has to find a way to stop Avery Johnson. He's got to keep a spy on him or something, because every time Kluka has decent coverage downfield, he ends up running for a first down, and that's just something that can't happen. You got to work in a spy at some point here.
Yeah, I definitely do agree, but yet, here we go, 1st and 10. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's got a lot of pressure, but he's getting pressured, tackled, but luckily the ball was thrown incomplete. But here comes that early offense.
You see, that time Kluka had a spy in the box, and he actually acted as some extra help over the middle. Johnson couldn't run with it.
Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's trying to be able to do something different. Johnson Jr. does get tackled, lost the 7, this time sacked by a man who's having a tremendous game, Jordan Meyer.
He's made the adjustment. So shout out to the defensive coordinator. He is on it, and now Avery Johnson's had his legs cut up from under him this past 2 plays. And now he's stuck in a 3rd and long.
3rd and long here. Johnson Jr. He's going to get pressured once again. The O-line is not helping Johnson Jr. out. As Johnson Jr. He's going to throw it to Sahara. He catches it.
There's just no way. There's just no way.
Oh my gosh! Touchdown, Wildcats! Oh my God!
That is an insane play to give up there. 3rd and 17, freshman quarterback rolling out, throwing off his back foot, one-on-one coverage, and somehow Donald Sahara, the running back, ends up making the grab and going into the end zone. This is just, that's a Kansas State play, that's for certain.
Oh my gosh! So now if you're Kluka, you got to be able to execute this drive because, like Hill State mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, they will get the ball at the end of the half. So here we go. First and 10. Ball to 25. Usman is going to knock back to pass. Usman's getting pressured. He throws it to Carpenter, but Carpenter's been needing too many Butterfingers on the sideline because he's got those Butterfingers.
That's insane. The running back for Penn State can't grab a 3-yard out route. But Kansas State's running back can do that.
Second and 10. Let's see what the Nittany Lions can do here. Usman snapped to match pass. He's got plenty of time, but except he's got a man, and he's gotten a loss of 8 right there. Timeout being taken by Penn State.
Worst case scenario for Penn State. Now you're sitting at third and area code and forcing Kansas State forcing your hand here.
Yeah, this is a crucial third down. Third and 18. Ball at the 17-yard line. You got 3 receivers, two on the left side, 3 on the right. The play clock is winding down. Third and 18. Usman, he throws it. He's got a man. That's McMurray. And this time, timeout being taken by Kansas State.
I mean, I think you punt here, and that's what he'll do. But Penn State, if you actually think about it, this is not a bad spot. Well, it's a bad spot, but considering you get the ball back to start second half, I think you kind of figured him out here with that new look you gave him on defense. Those Mickey plays that Electric gets. I mean, some people argue that maybe he gets more than he should, but he's not going to have that happen every play. So I think that Penn State's defense is in a decent spot now that they figured that out.
And we'll see if this defense can be able to stop them before the remainder of this half. First and 10, ball at the 40. Let's see what Johnson Jr. can do after that last tremendous pass from the last drive. Johnson Jr. looks to have a man. He's got a man deep. I think that's Black. No, that's Bradley Dam, and that is going to be incomplete.
Good coverage by Nathan Juergens there to knock the ball to the ground. Once again, Bradley Demp's a guy that's deadly one-on-one down the field, though. They're very lucky to end up not giving up a touchdown there.
Let's see what they can do here. Second and 10, ball at the 40. Johnson Jr. looks to find a man. He's running over to the left side. He's getting tackled by, once again, Jordan Meyer.
Meyer's third tackle for loss on the game. Got 2.5 sacks. The senior native trying to make sure this isn't the end of his football career.
He is working his butt off in this game. 40 seconds left here at the first half. Third and 10. Johnson Jr. is going to try to find McBeal to make some sort of crucial play. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. Johnson Jr. He's got a man deep. That is Spivey wide open. He's gone to the 5 and to a touchdown. 2-touchdown lead for the Wildcats.
Lack of coverage on that side of the field. I'm not sure what went wrong. I don't know if they were giving him a match coverage look there, but left a guy wide open.
Yeah, that was a very tremendous play, tremendous drive once again by the Wildcats. So yet now if you're Penn State, I mean, you're going in to the second half trailing by 2 touchdowns. You've got to be able to do something. I mean, time is somewhat on your best side. You got 24 seconds left, and you have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the defense needs to think about there. I mean, if you're Kansas State here, though, you've got to play deep. You cannot let Penn State score.
Let's see what they can do. Usman going to get a chance to be able to make some sort of adjustment here. He's going to get his running back to the backfield. Usman, he's got Dell, and Dell is going to run out of bounds. That's pretty much taking up 4 seconds right there.
Cool little out route. I'm not sure if that does much.
Yeah, I like the hot route, but you know what? I mean, it's going to help them. But let's see what they can do. Second and 1. Ball at the 34. Clock stopped at 20 seconds remaining here at the first half. Usman going to try to go for a screen. That is the... Oh my gosh, what happened to Eves?
Those are just the type of throws that just can't happen. I mean, on 3rd and 1, I don't know, or 2nd and 1, I don't know what you gain from that. You've got to get this ball down the field if you're pushing it like that.
Well, 3rd and 1, 15 seconds left. Let's see what they can do here. 3rd and 1. Ball at 34. Usman's going to be able to make an adjustment. Usman, he's got a man deep. He's going, I think that is Brown. And Brown, no, incomplete. He could not keep it in bounds. Wow. Well, let's see how this goes. I mean, tough break, tough timing for the Nittany Lions in this first half.
Yeah, you felt like you had the game in your grasp and just give up two really unfortunate long passing plays there. And here comes Hail Mary formation, and Electric knows a thing or two about Hail Mary formation.
Let's see how this can go here. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 44. And yet, let's see what the Wildcats can do here. Johnson Jr. He's going to try to be able to find a man. Plenty of time. Clock is expired. Incomplete. That'll do it here at the first half with the score Kansas State 28, Penn State 14. Hell State, we got a lot to talk about after that crazy first half. What do you see as far as from your point of view?
I see a Kansas State team that thinks that they have the world in their hands right now, and I see a Penn State team that's got to come out here with some sort of aggression. You got to move this ball down the field and just got to get a stop. You got to find a way.
Well, let's see how this is going to be because we need to see how this is going to go. 1st and 10, ball at the 25 with the start of the second half. Usman is going to run. He's going to lose a loss of 2 right there.
That's just a play you're going to have to put in the back pocket. That's just not been effective all day.
No, that definitely hasn't. 2nd and 12, ball from the 23. I mean, Usman's going to try to go for that same play, but Usman's going to get stopped, and he is going to lose no gain. Just a bad play right there.
Bad play, bad look. I think that, I don't know what was drawn up at halftime, but this is bad. You had all half to start a script for the opening drive, and that's the first 2 plays.
Yeah, 3rd and 12, ball from the 23. Let's see how this is going to go. Usman's going to find Rappel, yeah, but yet it's going to be short.
Well, 4th and 5, I think we all know what's coming. He's staying on the field here. This is just do or die at this point.
Well, I mean, definitely don't want to give up. Usman got a man, but he plays for the other team. Pass intercepted by McNabb, and he's going to go for a pick 6. Wildcats touchdown. Don McNabb, 39 yards.
Usman puts it too far. Now you just got to wonder what's going through the Penn State head coach's head. Now you're playing a losing game. Now you're stuck in catch-up mode for the rest of this one.
Yeah, that is basically 3 touchdowns that Cook is going to have to be able to work to try to be able to get back if they want to be able to get a chance to fight in for the next spot in the playoffs here. So after we saw that horrendous interception, here comes the Nittany Lions. They're down by 3 touchdowns. Let's see. As we see a quarterback change, that is Dingle right there. He hands off to Carpenter for a gain of 1. So quarterback change here late in the second half. Dingle looks to get a man. That is Carpenter once again, and Carpenter's going to break a tackle very close to the first down mark.
Yeah, this has got to be something down the field. Well, 3rd and 3, you just got to get the yards. But I'm more curious on the quarterback change. I'm not sure if the quarterback was at fault for those last few throws.
And strip fumble. What? I didn't. Did you
Yeah,
see
that ball
that?
was stripped out, but luckily for the Nittany Lions, they get it there recovered.
First and 10. Let's see how this is going to go. Dingle got a man wide open, and it's caught by. Oh, is that Disney Combs? Is that what I'm
Penn
saying?
State doesn't have their names on the back of the jerseys. It makes it a bit of a hard guess for us to guess their names. But
Well, Dingle is going to run to the right side, and he's going to slide down for a gain of 4 right there. So a very interesting quarterback change has helped them thus far. As we see 2nd and 6, ball at the 40-yard line with less than 2:25 left. Dingle is getting pressured, and he's going to get sacked. Are you still with us, Health State?
I'm here, but there's not much to commentate. Penn State's just falling apart. They've got to get something going here.
They definitely do, for sure. But let's see what they can do. As a 3rd and 22. And a flag. I think that is a false start for Penn State's offense here.
Yeah, now it's 3rd and 27.
So what seems to be a bad turn of events has turned to the worst turn of events for Kluka here. Dingle is going to get pressured, and that's going to be caught.
Wow.
And you thought Electric was the one with the Mickey plays.
Yeah, that was an impressive job to hang on there.
4th and 14. Brown goes over to the right side. Making a couple of adjustments. Dingle. He's got a man. That is Carpenter, but yet Carpenter breaks a couple of tackles, but not enough. Turnovers on down once again for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah.
Well, here we go for the Wildcats here. Sahara's going to run to the middle. Gain of 1 on the play. We've seen a lot of... Go ahead.
I think Cheap Clock will come on, and I think that's about... The fat lady's not sung yet, but she's warming up her vocal cords.
Yeah, definitely for sure. As we see a 2nd and 9 here. Ball at the 43. Johnson Jr. He's going to find a man deep, but guess what? It is going to be incomplete. Well, if you guys like what you're seeing, I mean, make sure you guys get ready because we have more games in store for you guys. As far as the playoffs, 39 for Johnson Jr. Let's see what they can do here. Johnson Jr. snapped back to pass. He's got a man open. That is Davis. Davis runs over to the right side, and he's going to be stopped at the 24. Holy animation. And here we go, Sahara. And that is going to do it here at the 3rd quarter with your score. Kansas State 34, Penn State 14.
Looking dire for this whiteout faithful crowd.
Yeah, for sure. As Johnson Jr. heads off to Hack, Danny Hamlin's favorite word, as he gets it for a 1st down. Ballcats here. That is Max Hack with a gain of 8. Johnson Jr. is going to hand it off to Sahara. Sahara is going to get stopped for a gain of 1. Second and 9. Here comes Sahara, but yet he loses a loss of 1.
Yeah, third down coming up here, Penn State. If you want any chance, got to keep them out of the end zone here.
Let's see what they can do here. Johnson Jr. So make a couple adjustments. Play clock down to 4. Johnson Jr. He throws it, and this time it is intercepted by Mitchell, and Mitchell is going to get out of the 1-yard line, stopped at the 9.
Well, that's what you needed here if you're Penn State, but you've got to find something to move this ball down quick and easy.
Definitely do agree, my friend. Definitely do agree. But here comes Dingle. Looks to find a man. He's gonna break a tackle, and he loses 5 on the play.
Look at that one. Now you got to wait for all those receivers to come all the way back down the field.
Here we go. 2nd and 15. Dingle looks to try to find a man. Oh my gosh, and no safety, but he will be stopped at the 1. As we see a game paused from Kluka here, I believe.
Are we getting another quarterback change?
That's what it's looking like.
I don't think that the playoffs is the time to be putting in your third string quarterback. Oh no, he put the starter back in.
Yeah, I'll say Usman is back.
Well, you're going to have to make some magic here. 3rd and 19 from the 1.
Usman.
And he's going to run.
Oh
right.
my god! Oh. He broke a tackle. And Usman, oh my god!
What a play. He is angry about being benched.
And he is not afraid to show it, but what a great showing from Usman right there. But they got to do something here. 4th and 3, ball at the 16. My voice sounds like crap. But Usman looks to find a man. He ain't getting anybody. He throws it to Thorne, and Thorne is getting himself another pick 6. Curtis Thorne, that is, for a touchdown. Wildcats.
That's about all she wrote. And I hate to be the guy to say this, but if the DB had just picked it off and gone down, they would have had that ball at the 20 and wouldn't have been in that situation.
So a situation that went from bad to a little bit of good, back to bad, definitely backfired for Kluka here, with now your score being 42 to 14. Well, Usman's going to get the ball after that horrendous play. Let's see what they can do. Usman, he's got a man to Carpenter, and Carpenter is going to give himself a gain of 3. Alrighty, Usman got himself a man. He's got a man wide open, and that is Andrew Rapliev for another first down for Penn State here. Alrighty, 2nd and 10, or 1st and 10. My apologies. Usman, now it'll be 2nd and 10. Alrighty, let's see how this is going to be for Usman. Usman, snapped back to pass. He's got a man deep, and it is incomplete.
Whew. Yeah, this is getting bad.
Yeah. 7 and 10, and it is going to be caught. Wow.
An impressive throw. Bring us to the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning here. This whiteout here at Penn State has turned into a slaughterhouse. As we see, 1st and 10, ball at the 37. Usman, he's got a man. And it is caught for the same play, but is this going to help them come back and win? Maybe not.
One more time for the boys back home. Oh, now we're going for
Oh, what is this? What is
Yeah. Not a lot of things have made sense about this team today. Yeah, especially in the second half, and that
What
is
is it?
the cherry on top of the sundae. And
That'll do it.
yeah, I think they should knee down. No need to prolong this any further.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. I definitely do agree. There you see the backup quarterback, Orlovsky, gonna run into the middle for a gain of one.
Oh my gosh.
And a timeout being called. What is going on here?
Well, I mean, I guess he's not throwing in the towel, which
I
means
understand.
technically by the precedent stated that, okay, he's going down. And he's calling another timeout. I mean, this is just leaving yourself open to another touchdown.
1st and 10. And please do not call another timeout.
Yeah, I think he's going to concede defeat here.
Man, oh man. What a game this has been. 2nd and 10. Sahara's gonna run it to the middle. Oh my gosh. About to turn inside out. Tremendous game all along for the Wildcats here as they will get in victory formation. And best believe that is going to do it here, folks. A tremendous game from start to finish for Kansas State.
Are we going to see another play?
I hope not. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. For your score, Kansas State 42, Penn State 20. Let's go ahead and get to the winning head coach of this game, Mr. Electric Days. Oh, we don't want any copyright.
3 seconds. Chill. Copyright is only 3 seconds. That was not 3 seconds. We good. We here.
Here, I'll play 3 seconds for copyright.
Yeah, it's only 3 seconds.
Okay.
Until copyright. So don't worry. That was about 1.5. 6, 7. Stop. Go ahead.
Anyways,
copyright us, you're gay.
Okay. Anyways, let's go. First of all, I want to say congratulations on that dominating performance. Talk about how much your team has helped you, especially from start to finish, and now what's going to be the mindset when you take on Dirty Boy Jackson in the next round.
We just gotta be go-getters, right? We gotta listen to OC7 Kwani. Treat them like how Philly people treat opponent teams, that come into their stadium. Trash. We gotta treat them like trash. Hit them around. Make them fumble the ball. Hit them hard. At the end of the day. And yeah, it should be a good game between me and him. But I don't plan on losing again. Slowly but surely getting tired of it. So what I think we can do, even though that's our cursed. Well, the next round for us is cursed. We'll try to do some stuff in it, right? We're gonna try some stuff. We're gonna see if it's gonna work or not.
I was just the neighborhood hot boy. I'm the hero now.
Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna try to be the heroes in the next game. Don't worry.
As far as this upcoming game now against Dirty Boy Jackson, I mean, there's no secret. I mean, you both have had a tremendous rivalry, especially when it comes to the playoffs. What can the viewer expect for this next game and then the next battle between you and DBJ?
I would say what I would say in NASCAR, domination, but nah, we ain't gonna do that. You always expect a good game. It's always close between me and him. Sometimes I make mistakes in the game. Sometimes the game makes mistakes for me. But hopefully this time the game don't get in the way of two of the best users in the league and let us both play us out. Let us both play the game out and go from there. As long as this defense can hold off the 99 overall wide receivers, not 99 overall, but 99 speed wide receivers, we'll be set. Mississippi State not in the playoffs. I just heard you snoring.
What? I was breathing. I can't
Okay.
breathe.
Well, since we got to focus on this now, Hail State, do you have any questions or anything you want to say to Electric?
You know what? I do have a question. Um, we've talked about the historic struggles that Kansas State's had beating South Florida 1-4 through your last 5 with the Bulls. Seems like it's your kryptonite and playing in Atlanta. Is there any fear that is instilled in this football program right now?
Nah, Kansas State don't build. We ain't built for none of that bull crap, none of that fear. We don't care about that. What we care about, right, is trying to get a championship at the end of the day. And multiple seasons we have not, right? But what you do know, you going to see me, right? You're going to see me somewhere in the playoffs, trying to be a contender as much as possible. Uh, Going into the Peach Bowl, it's going to mean something. You know, we lost almost every time we went there, but it's going to mean something now because we're here. We're with Avery Johnson's son. We gotta win this.
How
Right?
does
For
he have
him,
a son?
you know, we in here with him. You know, you just gotta wonder, right? When you got Electric and Dirty Boy Jackson, it's gonna be a good game, but I gotta come out on top next time for the go getters.
Alrighty, well, hey, thank you so much for that Electric, and now let's go ahead and get to the other side and talk to Mr. Kluka. Kluka, do you have a copy?
Yep.
Alright, Kluka, first of all, I mean, you had a hell of a game, but it was a lot of struggles for you. Talk about the struggles that you faced in this game and what could you have done to get back into this?
Well, honestly, it's a lot of stupid stuff that happened on Electric side. A lot of Mickey plays that led to momentum being shifted, and we lost the stadium pulse, which just screwed us there. Yeah. Besides that, no comment. We're gonna make changes for next season. That's all you need to know.
Will this game give you the motivation that you need to get yourself ready for the next season?
I already had the motivation. Just game kind of screwed us over with a lot of plays where the D line decided to sit still, do nothing, and let Electric's players run halfway across the field and get open by 60 yards, which is just at fault for CFB.
Alright, very well said. I know you're not much of a talking man, but let's go ahead and get to Hell State here. Hell State, do you have any questions or anything you want to say?
Yeah, you made the decision down late to bench Musa Usman in favor of Dingle. Was that a decision that you were thinking about going into the week, and what led to you making that change this deep into the season?
No, I mean, we were out of the damn game. I just didn't care. I just wanted to get reps for him and just see how he was. We were down by, like 28. Doesn't matter. I didn't care. I was just seeing how he was.
Alrighty, well, hey, I mean, thank you so much for that, Kluka, and Hell State. Let's get our final thoughts on this game. We saw Electric. He was ready. He was prepared, and he executed on a tremendous game here.
Yeah, we saw flashes of Penn State, but in the end, Kansas State was able to prevail. Will they do it again next week against their most heated rival? I mean, who knows?
Yeah, well, hey, great job for Electric, and thank you, the viewer that has took the time out of a busy day schedule to get a chance to tune in for this game. We have a lot more stories for us on the YouTube channel. Don't forget the NASCAR stuff, and of course, maybe some more other games in store for you guys. But from everybody here at HPL, for Electric, for Kluka, for Hell State, I am Jake, saying so long, and we'll see you guys next time.